Hello everyone, it's Connal Finlay here, the owner and director of the Cellar store down in New Zealand, and welcome to today's episode of the Cellar TV. So, what we're going to be tasting today is this lovely and new number to us. I'm very excited about it. And so it's the Torre Beati. Well, here's a little close-up for you. I mean, look at that beautiful label there. It's absolutely stunning, and it's actually done by a few of the kids in the particular town. Well, I think it's one of the families that work at the winery. A couple of their kids have drawn this beautiful little label, so it really has this little touch, adds this little touch and little extra bit to this particular wine, and it's just beautiful. So as I said, so this is Torre Beati, and this is their Pecorino. And these guys are from Abruzzo, so Abruzzo is down in Puglia, which is down on the shin. No, it's not, it's on the calf, back of the calf. Puglia is on the back of the calf of the foot. I forgot which way the heel was around on Italy's boot there. So yes, anyway, so southern Italy from the Puglia, the greater Puglia region, and so this particular denomination is Abruzzo doc Pecorino. So Pecorino of Abruzzo, and Abruzzo is in Puglia. Anyway, so Pecorino is the grape varietal here, and as you can tell, it is a white wine. And this is from their 2016 vintage. So as I said, brand new to us and very exciting. We've only got a couple of Pecorinos online at the moment, this is being one of them. It's a very rare grape. It's not very well known at all, but in fact I have to say it's probably one of my more sort of, well, it's one of the more interesting and one of my more favourite sort of white wines and white grapes to be picking out of Italy, just because it is so sort of spritzy and exciting. As far as it goes stylistically, Pecorino for me is always, well, it's got that sort of acidity like a dry Riesling, like sort of like an Alsatian dry Riesling. So it's got that sort of body as well as having that acidity there. But it can be in many ways, especially sort of quite ripe ones, can be akin to sort of a Viognier as well in aromatics and body. So it's an interesting sort of grape varietal. But generally speaking, first and foremost, it's got acidity and it's got those lovely sort of floral and fruity characteristics, which are just lovely. Anyway, let's give this a little sniff on the nose, shall we? So immediately you're getting a whole bunch of sort of summer fruits. And for me, straight off the bat, there's a whole real rich, juicy core of sort of soft and like freshly plucked off peaches and nectarines off the tree. So there's a lot of that sort of juiciness and richness, or sort of ripe stone fruit flavors. And especially as it sort of opens up a little bit, you're starting to get a whole bunch of these really beautiful apricot flavors, sort of apricot puree as well as sort of fresh apricots, not dried apricots, nothing sort of too intense or anything else like this, but just fresh and juicy. I mean, same thing for the peaches and the nectarines that you're getting here as well. And so you are getting those sort of yellowy and orangey sort of fruit flavors, which are just beautiful. Same sort of thing on the citrus sort of side of things. So for me, I get a little bit of tangerine and a little bit of lemon pith here coming through as well, which is just lovely. I have had cooler climate versions of Pecorino before, and they do tend to be a little bit more sort of white fruit dominated, whereas this is a little bit warmer. 2016 was quite a good vintage down there, and so most of the fruit got really quite ripe, and that extra little bit of heat, as I say, leads to more sort of ripe grapes themselves, or Pecorino grapes, and this leads to a more sort of concentrated, more sort of rich aromatic spectrum in the wines themselves. So yes, lots of those yellowy, orangey sort of fruit flavors, nothing sort of too tropical. If we were to sort of push the boat out and sort of lead into tropical, I'd say there's just a minor sort of mango note in the background, but largely it's those sort of fleshy, stone fruity flavors with a bit of citrus. Anyway, let's give it a taste. So it's rich, really quite rich on the palate. It's very juicy, very sort of fruit forward, very palatable indeed. Lovely actually. And as I said, there is that acidity that sort of runs right down the palate there, which is very good actually, because it does have that sort of big fleshy sort of tone to the palate and to the texture there. So having that little bit of acidity really helps to liven it all up. So as I say, on the palate it does have that sort of cool climate Viognier mixed with their sort of an Alsatian Riesling as far as textural style goes on the palate there. A little bit of creaminess, nothing too much, and no oak on this either. So this has been purely stainless steel, which really allows those fruit flavors to absolutely sing. As far as the flavors go on the palate, same sort of thing on the nose. So we're getting a whole bunch of those really juicy stone fruit flavors, a lot of peach, a whole lot of nectarine and apricot here as well, especially the apricot. A little bit more floral though, I do have to say, on the palate. So I was getting a little bit of sort of citrus blossom, a little bit of sort of honeysuckle there as well, which was quite nice. But largely, again, then the finish is sort of dominated by citrus fruit flavors, especially a little bit of tangerine and a little bit of clementine, which is just absolutely fantastic. So this has been the Cellar TV. So please, and then this has been a brand new wine to us, the Pecorino DOC, Abruzzo, from Torre de Beati Winery, which is absolutely fantastic. So please do like away, that's much appreciated. Comment below if you've had this particular wine, if you've seen these wines before, or if you've tried any other Pecorinos, if there are any other Pecorinos you think we should be searching out and bringing into New Zealand and sharing with all of our friends down here, then please do let us know. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, please do check out more and subscribe to make sure that you're on the list to constantly be updated with a few new tasting videos and talks and discussions about wine. It's much appreciated. And of course, please do share away with all your other friends and family and wine-loving friends and family as well. That's much appreciated. And of course, first and foremost, cheers!